Well, good day from Kamakura, Japan. On this Tuesday, May 17th. It's 16 degrees, a little cloudy, overcast. It's going to be like this all day long. But from Wednesday into Thursday, we're expecting some sunny skies, finally. Well, everything's looking really good here. The cucumbers have come alive. And in a previous episode, I mentioned that I wanted to have these grow this way. And I sort of forgot that in an episode prior to that, I said I was going to move the cucumbers to the sides, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to move this down below, one on this side and the other on the other side. And the starts that are inside in the indoor high tower, they're about ready to come out to be planted out here. So that's what I'm going to be doing on this morning. And later in the week, I'll give you an update on how they're growing. But yeah, you should come in here and see how well these are looking here. Tendrils everywhere and big, wide leaves. So I'm very happy that these 4 cucumber plants have survived. There are about 6 others that didn't. So yeah, looking pretty good here. And see how big the leaves are? Nearly as big as my hand, some of them. You know, the tendrils are looking very nice. Got a lot of good growth coming in the middle here and here. Well, before we get started, I wanted to come out and check on the growth of the green beans here, see if we can do any picking this morning. These look pretty good. Another one coming in here. Oh, plenty more up here too. And I'm sure we've got some down here as well. Yeah, there's one there. Nice small ones coming in here too. And here as well. Very good, very good. How are we doing up above? The tendrils are coming along fairly well. Let's see if I can come around the other side and guide this in. Yeah, that should work. Okay, this is looking good. Got a nice new one on there. Okay, very good, very good. So I want to move this container here. This is also a little bit beat up. I've had these for 14, 15 years, so they're a little bit beat up here, but that's okay. I'll try to get as much use out of them as possible. I think what I'll do is tie this. I have some vinyl string that I can tie that up with. Make it look a little bit neater than that. Yeah, and the strawberries will go up top. And as you can see here, this is ripening fairly well. Okay, let's get going here. Yeah, I've had this old tray that's rusted inside here, covering up the soil, just to keep any potential growth to a minimum. And it's done that quite well. So, yeah, this is what I had in mind. And I'll move this this weight over to here. And that way they can grow up this way. And I'll do the same on the other side. Come on, Spunk. Okay, let's move some of these plants here. I see this strawberry plant has some runners coming out here. I'm not sure if I want to cut them off. I'll decide later. So, Spunky, want to give me a hand here? It's pretty heavy, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. Easy does it. Alrighty. Well, let's get this up above. This is going to be a little tough, but I think I can do it. Okay. And now that should fit perfectly. Yeah, I like that. Alrighty. I'll stand this one up so that Spunky can't get in there. And I think I have one more for the other side. Yeah, this one here should work for the other side. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this depriving everything of light, but that may encourage it to grow upward. See something in here. Looks like a little snail. Yeah. There's a little snail in here, which reminds me, I do have some eggshells that I need to put out. So I'll go ahead and put some eggshells down in there. I'm going to save some and put them down in the lower garden around the tomatoes and eggplant. And I thought I had some vinyl string in here. I don't. So I'll be using kamihimo, paper string, paper rope. We'll tie up that container there. Okay, that should be enough to get around. Let's see if I can use this hole here to pull it tight. Go ahead and use all of these holes. I'll tuck this one down in. I'll cut off the excess. And I'll turn the pretty end round. Hide the ugly end. Okay, I've got a shovel full of soil from the lower garden. I want to go through and get rid of any roots and stems and growing plants. So maybe another shovel full will do. This one here. Okay. Okay, I don't feel any more tubers. And I don't see any more roots. Okay, I think we're ready to plant the cucumber here. I noticed over here I couldn't see it from on the other side because of the big leaves here. We already have some flowers here. Look at that. And a fruit attached. Very good. One down here too. And more coming in. So, alrighty, let's get the cucumbers out. Okay, I'm going to leave the okra in for a little bit longer. I'll just take out the cucumber. Okay, so this is 5 cucumber plants. And up above here our watermelon seeds are staying nice and warm. And the okra can grow a little bit more taller before I put them outside. Maybe by Thursday. Okay, let's get these outside here. Okay, let's get to planting. So I'll evenly space these 5 plants. Yeah, I think that'll give them pretty much equal distance between them. Okay, let's start right here. I think it's warm enough that I don't have to harden them off. You can see they've got a nice good root ball here. I'll just loosen that up a bit. I won't tear them. We've worked hard to get this far, so. This little tiny one here, I'll leave it be and see what happens. The root ball in this one wasn't as formed, so I don't have to loosen it as much. I've got 4 plants growing in here. I don't think I need them all, so I'm going to sacrifice the smaller of the 2. Yeah, we'll leave the larger 2 to grow. This small one in here, I'm going to leave it be and see how it does on its own. Another nice big root ball. I won't break the roots. I'll just loosen them up a bit. May have been the problem last time. I may have broken some of the crucial roots. So here I'll just loosen these and lay that in gently. And this final one, we seem to have 3 here, and I'm going to go with all 3 on this one, just to see what happens. Again, a nice root ball here. Yeah, I don't want to break that. I'm going to go ahead and stake these today so that I don't disturb the roots later on. Okay, we got 5, one for each plant. And I've noticed that 2 of them are shorter than the others. So the shorter ones I'm going to put close to the netting here, the canopy netting. And the longer ones here in the back. Okay, a little bit more of an angle. So I think that looks pretty good. I think they're angled quite nicely. I think the spacing is pretty good. Okay, a nice gentle watering. Okay, so hopefully they won't be shocked too much by the cool air out here. And the strawberries in this container should do well up here. I will keep them covered. And see, I have to come in here and get rid of these vines. Oh, boy, they're tough. Can't get the whole thing out, so I'll just have to keep an eye on these. Everything else looks pretty good. Wow, that tulip leaf just dissolved. I do wish these were long enough to hang over the edge. But there'll be others, so I'm not too worried about them. Yeah, they look good. They look good. Yeah. And here we have our 2 volunteer tomato plants. I'll leave them be as well. A little bit of distress here. I'll keep an eye on that. And in a moment I'll tie these. I'll tie all of these to their stakes here. Okay. Yeah, I think some of these are ready to be harvested. And some are a little small. This one's quite good size. And this one here. I'll just take the bigger ones. These 2 here I'll leave be. Yeah. Well, not many for the first harvest, but that's good enough. I'll leave the others to grow a little bit more. And hopefully by the end of the week, I'll be ready for a second harvest. Okay, very good. Okay, let's get these tied to the stakes. Well, it looks good. Let's try not to damage the flower and fruit there. Yeah, this tying will help out until the tendrils get big and strong enough to reach out on their own. Okay, what do we have over here? Oh, it's got a fruit on it too. Very good. So the cucumbers are well on their way to growing very nicely. Actually, I think I should keep these behind the net here. This will get a little bit bigger. So as you can see here, some nice flowers here. Yeah, so these will grow up on this side. The green beans will take the center, and the cucumbers over here will rise up on this side. Alrighty, let's see how the rest of the garden is doing. Alrighty, looks good in here. No ripening yet, but that's okay. Let's keep these right down the center here so they don't rot. Do a little bit of cleanup here. What is this? This is some sort of insect, a cocoon. Yeah, trying to hide on me, are you? Yeah, so we'll throw this away. I'll give this a light watering here. And over here, look at all these flowers. My goodness, look at this. Well, things are looking pretty good. Again, we'll do a little bit of weeding here. Some vines growing up through here. Again, those pesky little vines that I get everywhere. And get rid of some of these bad leaves here. I am noticing some growth. I'll bring you in for a closer look once I get this done. Yeah, all of these yellowing leaves I'll just get rid of. That'll give more energy to the surviving leaves. Our eggplant are looking good. Well, I've done a lot of weeding here. I wanted to come in and take a look. This little guy is hanging in there. Got some more fruit coming in here. That's looking well. This one over here is getting bigger. That's good to see. And I see we have a new one coming in right here. See that? That's beautiful. That's a zucchini. And that's yellow squash. Okay, how are we doing here? Good. I see we have some fruit coming in down there at the bottom. That's good to see. And here too we have a fruit coming in right there. Very good to see right there. Okay, any more? Ah yes, here. There's a fruit coming in right here as well. So in a few weeks we should be having some yellow squash and some green zucchini on the kitchen counter. Okay, Spunk, want to go down and check the lower garden? Come on, let's go. So let's see how things are doing down here. Already our blueberries are coming along. They're getting bigger. Inside here as well, they're getting a little bigger. See some new growth on the leaves. Very good. And over here, the butternut squash are growing. Yeah, I'm going to have to release the netting soon. Once I see some flowers, then I'll release the netting. Just want to keep any vine borers away for now. How's everything doing over here? Alrighty, our eggplant looking good. They're getting taller, much taller. The tomatoes are getting taller as well. We've got some flowers in here. And yeah, maybe by Thursday I'll tie some more. I'll do the third tying. Yeah, they're getting pretty tall. Yeah, tall enough for another tying. I'll wait till Thursday when it's a bit drier. It's a bit wet out here. But you can see how sturdy the stem is. Not much in the way of suckers, but I'll come back and do a proper check a little later in the week. How are we doing over here? Okay, still flowers here. Okay, it's a bit wet. I'm going to wait until later in the week to open this up. But yeah, everything is looking pretty good here. Getting some strong growth on the leaves here, so it's time to open that up as well. Not yet. Or at least raise it up. Yeah, I may have to make these much higher than I originally thought. So we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, everything is looking pretty well down here. You can see here that, yeah, we can use some more tying up right around here. These are getting quite tall. And the roses are looking spectacular. Look at that. Very nice. Wonderful scent. So I have my fingers crossed that these cucumbers here will grow strong and higher up. Should be nice by the end of the month. Well, it's time to take a break from editing here, and I can smell something done in the kitchen, can't you, Spunky? Yeah, let's go see what it is. Alrighty, here in the kitchen, I have the crock pot going, and it had been going for a little over 6 hours. It started about 6:30, and well, it's 12:30, so yeah, just about 6 hours here, and it should be ready. This is slow-cooked butter chicken. I'll leave a link down below. This is from Henry's How-Tos, and a very simple dish. Henry used chicken breasts. You can see here I use the wingtips here, and also some chicken thighs. Yeah, that's a piece of a thigh there. And what I'm going to do is put this over some rice, and I'm going to steam my green beans that I picked this morning right in the pot here. I'll cut the ends off, and I'll chop the larger ones in half, leave the other ones pretty much whole. I'll just drop them right into the pot here, and I'll give this a good mix. I'll leave that for a little while. It's on the keep warm mode, and in a little while this should be done.